Lyon, first game of the season, 1 win. That's the perfect start, right?
Yeah, can't complain at all. I think a lot of the good stuff that we were working on begins to come out, especially towards the second half of the game, where find our feet a little bit. The occasion's now no longer what it is, and we can begin to play what we're good at.
And from what I've seen, contributions all over the pitch. Goals were shared around. Kieran Maskell made some big saves. What's the expectations going into this week?
I think again it's going to take all 16 players. Won the goals and won the assist for a goal if you count winning the penalty came off the bench. So there's both from an on-field player, for a bench, someone from the bench, and a goalkeeper. All of them need to be the ones that put in that performance. It's not just one person that's going to go and get 3 points for us. It was a big team effort, and that's the biggest thing to be proud of.
And we've got some new players coming in. It's a bit of a new side. What's the dressing room like? How are they, bonding? How are they getting on with each other?
Yeah, fresh faces bring new ideas. New ideas are always welcome, always going to be shared, and we've got a lot of personality in there. So naturally things are going to be different, but also it's going to take that to shake things up and get us to the next level. It was never going to be do exactly what we've been doing and nothing's going to change, but for something to change, something needs to happen. So them big characters there are a massive help. So really good.
And after a long pre-season, just how happy are you to be back playing competitive football?
Yeah, again, like I said to the girls at the beginning, it doesn't feel like game one, because we've had 7 games prior. So this is week 9 we're going into. So for us, it just feels like it's another day at the office, which I suppose is quite a good thing in the way of emotionally. But it's going to kick in at some point. We've got to manage minutes, manage legs, but more importantly, we've got to manage our expectation of where we're at. A lot of most teams won't be playing the amount of games that we have, so we've got to take that as a positive.
And just what are the expectations? Obviously, Southampton coming off a pretty dominant win on the weekend. We were fairly dominant and got the win in the end. It's going to be a competitive league season, I think, similar to last season. Just what are your expectations for that, in terms of the long term?
Yeah, I mean, look, they've just come down for the National League, so there's no doubt they're going to be trying to get themselves back up there again. I think the first 5 games that we have were the top 5 teams of last season as well. So you want to do it, you do it early. We've played a bunch of tier 4 teams, tier 3 in pre-season, so I'd like to think we can go toe to toe their calibre. And if they're the ones that now in our division, then the expectation is that we still want to cement ourselves. We're not going to divert from what we've been doing. What we do works, so we're not going to come away from that. We're not going to steer too far and jump ship, all because it's someone we feel is going to be a challenge. We're going to go headstrong into what we've been doing, because we'll take that as a positive.
Yeah, and just obviously you've got an idea of where you want the side to be at the end of the season. How far away do you think we are from that right now?
I don't think we're very far. I just think we need to, again, really hone in on those ideas and try and bring everyone into it. I mean, a big pre-season is important in some aspects, but it means that some aspects might get glossed over. So it's just about making sure that we do things as a holistic, make sure that everything's covered, all bases are there, but more importantly that we get those important minutes under our belt. And the more we get to do that, then the more we get to see where we're at, and a constant test gets to prove what we're doing on the grass and in the training nights, hopefully then doing us well.
Leon, good luck on Sunday. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.